And hello everybody to this fine. I did a little hiccup at the start. The stream was lagging and I used to oh wait, start off great. I usually will obviously disconnect and reconnect from the internet, and usually that solves that problem, and thank fuck it did. It did solve the problem, so that was a worry. It's like, oh no, it's dipping really badly. Now, you probably lose a bit of the vibe, which is not really a big deal. There wasn't anything at that first 7 minutes. It's one of the reasons why I wait 7 to 10 minutes before getting into the game, because something like that will happen, and the last thing I want to do is be mid bloody cutscene and have it lag really badly. But thankfully, everything is working nice and good. Well, there goes my brain already. Oh yes, that's right. Today we are finally actually playing the recent story Archon quest, which is like the interludes, the in-between stories. Last week we didn't because we had to play a story mission, and I fucked up and thought it was the fucking Leslie Kusanagi. Finally, I can say that right, but not her other name. But I was wrong, it was Kazuha's, so I said I would do it off stream, and I did, and I'm still confused to why Kazuha's even matters. There's nothing that would indicate to this. I'm starting to think that most of the story quests, story counter quests on this game are like story DLC in games, where it is very rare in games where the sequels music will bear the story stuff will bear any bearings in the sequel. Like, for example, Horizon Zero Dawn's DLC, Frozen Wilds DLC. In Forbidden Wilds, it's briefly mentioned, and that's fucking it. And it's one of the things I'm glad I didn't bother playing it. Because again, some story DLC can be really good, but it barely has any bearing in the sequels. And I'm curious with Spider-Man if its DLC will. And I wonder if that's the same with these story stuff, that they're fun little side stories, but they don't really have much bearing in the main story. The only reason you have to do this is because there'll be some like mention of that, and you don't want to be confused on what they're on about. So maybe it's Kazuha's sword they get at the end of that story quest. Like I said, I'm going to do a lot of those off stream. Although a lot of new games suddenly in flux in the next couple of months that I want to stream, the likelihood of me having time to do all the story quests, and this is like what the third time they would try to do a story thing that was walled off because they didn't do one of the counter story missions. So I'll probably just try and clear through all those off stream. But I'll do at least the Archon ones, at least the ones that were centered around the guards themselves. But with that aside, I think we will now switch to the game. Oh, sorry, I just had lunch.
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay. That means facts and logic.
And do a stupid mustache.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? The Tatara Suna mystery. When so much remains unexplained, there's little to be objective about. Unless, of course, you restrict yourself to textual criticism.
What?
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange location, the missing details, a mysterious person.
I'm sorry, I can't look at that mustache and think how stupid that looks on him. It's an ugly mustache.
I want to write my essay on something interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all this. That's the only reason I came to you.
Yes, you came to me, so all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make people want to read it. There's no getting around that.
Why, maybe I'm a little tired, but why does this guy sound kind of British? It's kind of throwing me off.
Okay, but...
Did one of them just mention pt.32? But that's all the way in Inazuma! Is it just Paimon, or is it kinda unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that? Everyone here is just going about their business. Maybe it really is just Paimon. Guess people here are free to research pretty much anything.
Still, let's go listen in.
Great! Let's go find out what this pt.32 mystery is all about.
Ugh. I feel that sneeze building up. I feel nothing feels better than a good sneeze to relieve yourself. So what are you allowed to gas bagging about?
Alright, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of this paper. Ugh, if only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about him, this seems like the kind of thing he'd know about.
Surprise, motherfucker! Looking for me?
Oh, you're the traveler, you say?
Throw me even more off this from Inazuma. Yes, I know they've got quote-unquote American accents. They're usually just neutral American accents. When you have something that's based off of Pacific regions like Inazuma, which is, you know, meant to be Japan, it's more jarring to have someone with a Pacific accent. If it was from Mondstadt, it wouldn't be as jarring, though Mondstadt's supposed to be based off of Germany, I believe.
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
If you don't believe me, I'll go.
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma. This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started, examining the evidence. Sorry.
Is hair silver or white? I know he's on about, Paimon. No, look at that. It's actually kind of good. No. Maybe it's just like no, it's definitely white. It's not silver.
Oh, Sawada, for the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kind of lacking. Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about pt.32?
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
Well, shit.
I see.
Sorry, can't help this time.
My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about pt.32's past. But who'd have thought that...
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about pt.32.
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive for a first read?
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in pt.32. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine blade. But in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well, no one knows. Apart from the swordmaker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a Kabuki Mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger. Someone who dresses funny or acts in an unusual way.
Okay, so now I'm seeing why Kazuha's story is important, because he comes from a family of swordsmiths.
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This Kabuki-mono lived in Tatarasuna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards, as Akaba mentioned, things got pretty ugly.
So first this strange person goes missing, then a murder happens? Seems kind of fishy to Paimon.
It's weird, and this light in her hair does look more silvery than white.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And wow, did I get lucky!
Wow, did I get lucky? Very British, ain't we?
Stop shouting!
I mean, I'd say there's... I don't know. I mean, I'm British, most people don't think I sound British. I'm just kind of confused. It really is just throwing me off.
This part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out.
Again.
It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the government records office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago.
Damn.
Even back then, Tatarasuna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
Wait, so there are 2 missing people in this story now?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
Yeah.
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, like Ishin art and so on?
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So basically, this Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaidahara clan, the last practitioners of Ishin art.
Okay, so now... But then again, we already know about Kazuha's past family before even doing the story, his story mission.
Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but taken in light of everything else going on around that time, it makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
The Kaidahara clan?
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
There's more?
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown. Or maybe you won't believe your ears. I wouldn't blame you, of course, because in all my years as a writer, this is by far the most.
Most? Mine's prepared to be blown.
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabuki-mono was not a human, but a puppet.
Oh, I know which puppet.
A puppet?
The riding the Shogun's puppet that the lecturer animal made Archon, wow, my brain made should have room in Inazuma with her as well, since it can be her. There could be the palliative, but what that was he doing 500 years ago in...
Aha! Judging by the looks on your faces, you do know something after all.
One more now. She keeps her mouth shut.
No! Wyman just meant, how creepy. The way you described it makes it sound like a ghost story.
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be expected. And that's exactly what my book is about. Please, take a look.
Alright. Boy.
Oh, and please read my essay draft as well.
I'm not reading all this.
Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays should be grounded in facts. I don't think explaining everything away with mysterious forces will cut it. Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
Yeah, sounds more like a novel.
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail as you're ever going to get. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess. Give me some time. I need to find a new angle on this.
I'll leave you to it.
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to say goodbye for now. Good luck with your essay!
All right, thank you. If you find out any more info about all this, please do let me know. Thanks so much.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about, it has to do with the balladeer, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay, then even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh? After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super confidential, isn't it? If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in...
That's...
Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like... the balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Maybe it was a ghost! Like an afternoon. He did do some sort of projection thing, didn't he? But then again, that's when he had godlike powers, so... Maybe it's a trap. I thought it was a trap. Oh yeah, there's oh no, there he is, next to
Traveler, Paimon, there you are.
I am here.
Nahida, bad news. We just saw the balladeer strolling around in public. Did he escape or... Ah! It's him!
Sure enough. You're here.
I just did the yes, I just said I am here.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Surasthana? Aren't you supposed to be locked up? I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me.
Ooh.
A deal? You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about. But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
He's got a point there.
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down? But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us! As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the balladeer.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you, considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Oh yeah.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time. The balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle.
He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position. Plus, he's a former Harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond.
They probably try and kill him?
Wait a second. Farmer?
Execute him?
You mean he's not a Harbinger anymore?
You just put... Well, they don't have guns. I was going to say put a pillar to his head. Pop, pop!
I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
You out like the trash.
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui, and also between each of the Harbingers. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be.
Yeah? What a crying shame.
Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously! Nihira, don't listen to him!
Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch.
Nihira, are you serious about this?
She seems very serious.
Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit.
For me?
Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that?
Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. This is an extremely important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am. He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect. The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me.
I see.
So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly.
What if he lies to you?
Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him! He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him!
That, when she said exactly, it actually made me jump a little. I was like, oh, fuck.
I understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler, I know what your heart desires most of all.
Fuck. It's gonna be one of those days where it's gonna start acting up again. And here's me thinking how to fix it. It's gonna probably be one of those days. It's one of those days. Wait a minute, because there's always a case where it might just sort itself out. And it's not. God damn it. Right, I'm gonna maybe be... Because as usual, there's nothing that's open. It shouldn't be open. I'm thinking... I have to do... Ooh, wait, maybe? Oh, okay. Never mind. I was going to disconnect and reconnect from the internet because that usually solves the problem. But it solved itself, I think. Nope. Maybe. Let's see. Seems fine. Just...
Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns.
Nope, it's still acting up. Okay, disconnecting and reconnecting from the internet again. I mean, if this doesn't work, obviously the only other solution is to reset my computer, which I don't want to have to do. But if this doesn't work, so I will be back in a moment. Once I've done this, the stream will disappear for a few seconds, and hopefully should just reappear. Hopefully. Oh, I hang on. No. Every time I look over, it says it's okay, did that fix it? Let's see. Let's see if it fixed it. Did it fix it? Did it fix it? No, it fucking didn't. I'm gonna check for updates. Sometimes the computer can want to update at the most awkward time, and maybe it's that. Which means I still have to reset the computer. Because last time I had this issue, resetting the computer solved all my issues. Oh, no, wait. I think it might be all good. Yeah, no, it's not flickering between the different colors. Yeah, okay.
As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you.
Nothing, I'm good. Well, hopefully I'm good. The internet seems to... Well, not internet, computer seems to want to be an issue with me. Usually Windows 11 or something. But other than that, I'm pretty good.
If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it.
Thank you,
It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it.
We're a hero of 3 other areas now already.
Paimon's still worried about this idea. Is there anything we can do to help?
I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. It seems like we have a telepathic connection.
Well, you can read minds, so maybe.
In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned.
Obviously, the rest of the stream I'm going to be pounding and constantly looking over to my monitor to make sure that the stream does not lag. Because it's most likely going to. It's going to be one of those days where it's just going to have to
Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease.
Accompany him by meaning tell him?
Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside.
Got it.
Great. Thank you. Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
Wow, it looks pretty different here compared to last time. The
Beautiful.
colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Possibly. What? Well, that guy's a brain award. Oh, that's about it, dear.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
Yeah, sent me to babysit.
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way a prisoner gets to be so smug!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards, but right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous.
Yes, very
I need to
successful.
be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru. Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. You must put aside your differences and be extremely careful as you navigate your way through. I know there are many grievances between you on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is as much for your own safety as anything else.
Understood.
Fine, let's call it truce. But only until this mission's over.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are gonna be traveling together after all. Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
Oh, I've got pretty eyes. Why, thank you.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get going.
Alright.
Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Ugh, the snark on this guy. It's unbearable.
There's no need for all this bite a bit. Bleh.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
Ooh, giant.
Is this a small sapling? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him.
I guess we're going information diving.
So this is the inside of Irminsul.
It's different. It's different than what I imagined.
Ooh. Paimon's never seen anything like this. And it feels like a sacred place.
Looks like one too.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Tevat. Every bit of information flowing here means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Alright. There we go.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
What, just leave our jaws on the ground? Alright then.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
Hey, so say he did go running off in here, what would happen?
You die?
What are you smirking at?
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
Okay, I'll be right up your rear then. I did. Curious. I can't. Ooh, what's this?
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
Why? I want to touch it though. Aww. Oh,
It looks the same in every direction.
I didn't touch it. He touched it. Are we?
No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth.
Why is it he when he went?
What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little?
Why did subtitle said he, but he went That was a
We're here.
No, he was a Whatever.
What a huge tree!
That's what she said. The information in the world is flowing through it.
Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
Ready
when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
The Balladier's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive.
Put up any resistance, and he seems good at working on it. Maybe he had a small role in the VTuber. Now this, what's?
The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Will do.
Huh. For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
Play some cards? Chess?
Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk?
That works.
Yes, I've also invited Paimon to join.
Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads?
I don't want us to distract the Belladere.
That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while.
Paimon's never tried this before. This is great! So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladier's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say.
Yes, and he seems to doing odd jobs for fathers.
As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers.
This is about his past, and the other events in Inazuma.
Well done. Smart and attentive as always.
Should I catch a glimpse of a few things when I run into those at the.
So, contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true. Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is today.
Huh. Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns out, he can get hurt and angry just like anyone else.
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident. Nahida, do you know anything about that?
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes. I know about all of that.
Ooh, do tell.
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination. At least that's what they thought.
Telling me about the story of blah, blah, blah.
Oh? How interesting. Those two managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone.
So the Gesse got it right?
Well, they guessed right about one thing. Tatarasuna was sabotaged.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation.
We have we have our has to keep.
Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So, have you found anything yet?
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Wait! How did you know about that? Did Nahida tell you?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you. Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh? Wait.
Found something?
This light. It looks similar to those saplings. What could it be?
Anonymous data.
Ooh.
Hey, don't you forget the agreement. You have to share it with us.
Shh. Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatarasuna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
It's...
Whoa!
Ooh.
I have been in Tatarasuna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed, everyone else. Under your leadership, Tatarasuna is a warm, welcoming place, like a giant village. People are gainfully employed, their lives have purpose, they are motivated. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatarasuna, it was originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow.
I forgot that stuff.
The forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Some world-renowned, others unknown. All skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade. That is why you accepted the proposal brought to you by myself and Akame.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized our forging process like this on his own. At least not on the same timescale. You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me, and now every piece of ore here is smelted using the new technique. Even now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants, working right here alongside us. I believe it is you, sir, who are truly responsible for the changes in our manufacturing and forging methods.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma, and it has been my great honor to befriend you all.
So you say, Escher. But is this really the truth?
My good sir, what do you mean?
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected, because I didn't want to speculate, and I didn't want to believe that things could turn out this way. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems? Worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate. And recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside, but still, I suspect you understand it better than I do. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. This is our last hope. But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does. Otherwise, why would you still be standing there with that smile on your face?
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. But Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I. He does things by the book.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the Shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution is well advised.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine. Are you sure you're not a little overqualified?
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. But what about you? What are you still doing here?
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
Drop the act. We're past that now. Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatara Suna has worked. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers by now?
I mean, if it's loose
honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment. A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
He literally stabbed him in the back.
You...
Oh, it wasn't done.
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatarasuna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
If you kill me, there's no one who can get inside the furnace. So you're really going to destroy this place? Is that it?
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet. You're a human. You're just missing a heart.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out. But this makes no sense. What are you really trying to accomplish by all this? Why go to all this trouble?
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance. This is all part of a carefully controlled experiment.
I could be wrong, but that sounds like the Doctor. I mean, he did say something about splitting his body into several different parts so he could live for a long time.
If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, that's right.
Call me the Doctor.
The Fatui? Who? What do you want?
Just to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
That's it? That's why you gave us your cursed technology? Just to let loose the evil energy from the crystal marrow?
Oh, right, now I bet, because that was what Kasa's story is all about, that evil energy.
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise. My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside world. However, I did not make it with you in mind. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet. Make no mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead. What other reason would a human have for befriending one who is not of our kind?
If you give him my heart, tell him that both Nagamasa and I see him as one of us. He has nothing to prove to anyone. Because not everyone just wants to use other people. The only ones who think like that are people like you.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Then out of respect for you, I shall redefine myself.
Yeah, it is Genshin. Indeed it is.
Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target. You simply lost to something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? No, that will prove quite impossible. Mr. Niwa? Already dead. What a pity. Jester, I have completed the task you gave me, creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was. I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to dust.
You alright, mate? It looks like I think someone's mad.
Hey, are you alright?
No, he doesn't seem alright, actually.
Dottore. Dottore!
I think he's losing it.
Good. Good.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic from Fontaine?
I'm afraid so.
But why did we see things from his perspective?
Because it was his memory?
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Maybe so, but it means nothing.
What's it like? Was it no matter how absurd or how absurd something seems, no matter what remains is the truth. Something like that. Something about like if all logic is thrown out is thrown to proven. Something about like if how absurd something is, everything that shows to be remained is the truth.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
I just believe he is. It's experiment.
Let's give him some space. He looks really mad. Paimon doesn't want to be anywhere near him right now.
You mad, bro? Okay, let's go over there.
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
Give him a hug. Hugs can help.
Paimon's still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but why has that gotten him so worked up?
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this someday. So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabukimono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as a mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject.
I still wonder if they got the idea of the Doctor setting his conscious self into several segments from fucking Harry Potter, because it sounds very Voldemort of him to do.
After the events you just saw in that memory, the Doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me. What's in it?" The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent servants. The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it had protected him from the filth. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatarasuna without looking back.
Holy moly. So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim? That's terrible.
Funny if I just want to hear someone swear once. Just to here I go, holy fuck! I think it would just be funny. For some reason.
Yes. Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
Dottore, you brazen-faced
bastard!
Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
From this angle, it looks like it's just floating in the air. It kind of is. Can I step on this? Yeah. Oh, I want to step there. A while later.
Shall we see how he's doing?
Yeah, sure. How you doing, bud?
Hey, you alright?
Dumping or emo?
That's a scary expression.
I guess he isn't.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend.
We just want to make sure this didn't affect the plan.
It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Hey, are you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Teyvat.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Not exactly, but still, thank you.
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
Ooh, please do tell.
Huh? About what?
The reason why there are records about your sister in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was her first destination when she arrived in this world. Plus, she only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
Ooh.
The heavens responded?
They're saying that we got Itsugai. Well, we technically still were Itsugai, but Itsugai in the traditional sense of being summoned from another world.
The Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your sister for a time.
Oh, too hard.
I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this. Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
Oh, he's smiling.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Oh.
Huh? What have you done?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long.
Are we gonna fight?
I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me.
What do you want to know?
Give me your hand.
Oh, forward are we? How lewd of you.
Can you hear my voice inside your head?
Yes, I can. Are you trying to brainwash me?
No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you. So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past?
Time travel? Wait, what? Why would you ask that?
Done.
Huh? What the? What happened? Paimon only saw you hold hands for a second.
And he had very sweaty palms.
Nothing. I was just thanking him for helping me.
Because I knew about the greater Lord Rukravad. Does he still know about the great Lord Rukravad?
So long.
Oh, that went too quickly to read.
I suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly.
Well, that was annoying. I didn't push the button after the back of the board at that. So long. Oh, right here.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
But I did stop.
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again.
Vanished.
From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist. Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Or is he going to time travel?
Hey, Balladeer! Don't do anything stupid!
Looks like he is.
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are.
Okay, that explains why his finished attack is him stamping.
But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all.
Balladeer! Balladeer! Uh-oh, he disappeared. Come on, we gotta find him somehow.
Why don't you jump into the tree?
He's really gone.
Oh, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Nahida!
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power.
It was the Balladeer's fault. He shut you out.
Tell me everything that happened.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left.
Looks like you underestimated him.
Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities, and it took everything he had?
Where the heck did he go? Ugh, it's all our fault. We were supposed to keep an eye on him. Sorry, Nahida.
Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, let me handle this from here, even though I'm not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible. This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you.
No, I want to help you.
I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with. Leave this one to me.
An emergency? How bad is it? Nahida, will you be okay?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster. Please rest and recover your strength here until I say it's safe.
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you before?
He just wanted to hold my hand. Great look at the Varga, and the question was a strange one. It had to explain full and about let's look at the Varga for now. And
he wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible!
it's not easy, that's for sure.
Right! You can't just rewrite history. All that stuff happened already in real life. It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it.
Yeah, great explain.
So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this? Paimon can't help but feel scared about what he might do.
It caused a huge butterfly effect is what you ended up doing.
Oh, Paimon's so confused.
Maybe he wants to erase himself from history.
Huh?
Oh! Paimon, are you okay?
Sorry. Paimon accidentally... It's the Balladeer's fault for causing Paimon all this mental stress. But erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul?
Not necessary, but maybe. No, it is possible. That's the great for the dog.
Trying to understand what he's up to, and it's still not working. Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too?
Very much so. But it does even himself raise himself from so many people in Izuma will be affected. I can't imagine what that's could look like. Worst case scenario, it will affect everyone with a connection to the riding Gokuen, and will.
There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what we should do next? Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still so worried. Paimon won't be able to sleep a wink tonight.
Me either.
So, how about, we list all our favorite foods to take our mind off things? Heck, if that doesn't work, Paimon's probably gonna collapse of anxiety here. Alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Munstack grilled fish. Oh, and chicken mushroom skewers. Tea break pancakes. Cream stew. Sauteed matsutake.
Oh, it's making me hungry now.
And Dragon chili chicken. Almond tofu. Satisfying salad. Oh, also Adeptus Temptation, golden shrimp balls, triple layered consomme, lotus seed and bird egg soup.
Oh shit.
And
uh-oh, we're going to Sleepy Town. Wait, does Paimon really sleep floating? Paimon, what's wrong?
What do we... What was Paimon supposed to be doing just now? Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember what she was talking about. What was it again?
We were going to get... You were getting so worried about the situation with the balladeer.
The balladeer? Is that a food too?
Oh no.
Huh. Weird name though.
He did it. Paimon doesn't remember the balladeer. That must mean he actually pulled it off. But how did he have the abilities? This doesn't make sense.
What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said?
No, it's nothing.
So, the balladeer. Is that someone's name? 'Cause it sounds like a nickname or something.
If this is really happening, I need to know what else has changed. Paimon, come with me.
Okay,
Come
sure.
with me if you
Where
want to
are we
live.
going?
I want to go back to Amundsen.
Huh? Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay? You're acting like this is an emergency.
Now's not the time to explain. So I bet she pulled it off. Wait, what? And Zimmer. So I misread that. Now I see what's changed. This is how he changes his name. Well, actually, no, it still said Scaramouche on his text box, so I don't think he actually. But maybe he erased the name. The balladeer was another title, not his actual name.
We made it to Amanoma Smithy.
Oh, this is how Kaza's story fits into this.
Ah, it's been a while.
I'd like to ask you a question, if I may.
Of course. Go ahead.
About the Raiden Gokugen.
Oh. Now there's a question I wasn't expecting. Very well. I'll tell you what I know once more. The once renowned Raiden Gokugen, comprised of 5 branches. Amenoma, Futsu, Ishin, Hyakume, and Senju. The art of forging practiced by these 5 clans was first taught to them personally by the almighty Shogun. Over time, the 5 branches diverged from one another as generations of bladesmiths honed and perfected their craft until they became 5 distinct traditions. Most of the great swordsmith clans of old have since fallen into decline, and for a long time, only the Amenoma branch kept its art alive.
Oh.
But fortunately, Kaede Harakazuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle of the Ishin art. Now, 2 clans remain of the original Gokuden 5. If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present when he forged the Ishin blade.
Okay, so now it explains why it is. This is just therefore it's like he's not going to be part of the story. It's just a part of what he did is, and you need to like. It'd be weird if you didn't know that, but it's still like. It'd still be like if I didn't do that story mission, I'd be like, oh okay, I guess he did that in one of the story missions rather than having to play one of them. But then again, they do that on the assumption that some people have already played all of them.
Oh yeah, we were! Paimon remembers that now. We learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then too. It seems like such a shame.
What was the reason behind their decline?
That, my friends, is a tragic tale indeed. In fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise, but never the cause. Only recently, when the question was on my mind, did I ask Kaedehara Kazuha about this. He told me that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokunin, it was right that I should know the truth. There is no harm in telling you, but I must warn you. It is a dark and sorrowful tale. The Raiden Gokunin were the targets of a murderous rampage by a vengeful bladesmith.
Oh.
Vengeful? Why?
400 years ago,
Oh,
so I'm
man.
told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatara Suna's furnace. One brave swordsmith heard the commotion and chose not to flee, but he rushed to the scene, hoping to prevent a disaster.
Oh, that's what you changed.
Tatara Suna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day, and overseeing it was the armory officer. His surname was Niwa, though he had family ties to the Kaedehara clan. Knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace. The furnace quickly stabilized, but neither of them made it out. The smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. His orphan son was left to fend for himself, and grew up deeply resentful at the world. In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty shogun for her apparent indifference towards his father's death, and he hated everyone who had done nothing to try and save him. Powerless and destitute, the only legacy he had to pass on to his children was his hatred. Generation after generation bore this grudge, living in utter misery.
Okay, someone wants to get out now. Okay, okay. Come on. Both of them were asleep for a while, and now one of them wants to get up. Everyone's still asleep. Well, no, she's cleaning herself now. Are you gonna get up? You're just gonna clean yourself a little bit.
Alas, if only the story could have ended there. But 100 years ago, the then head of this family reached the end of his wits. He could bear their fate no longer, and yet he could do nothing to change it.
Oh, so he has done like a kind of butterfly effect. By changing one thing, he's caused another thing to happen.
Finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokunin. In doing so, he sought to vent his pent up anger and shake the very foundations of Inazuma's forging industry. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan which he belonged to. His goal was absolute, the devastation of all of the Raiden Gokunin. But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. He failed to catch them unawares. They fought back fiercely, and they did not spare his life.
I'd imagine so.
That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day. I suppose they were the lucky ones, under the dire circumstances.
The legend of the Raiden Gohan has changed. Someone else attacked the swordsmiths. Looks like the Ballad did something in Emerson, but it seems it's still dying.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Have you seen
Kazuha? Why, yes. Just yesterday, in fact. We spoke for a while over some tea. He seemed well.
You still exist, and he's saying Kazuha, I know things didn't seem to as bad as I feared last night. That's all. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. There are other places you want to visit too, right? Your expression says it all. You can't hide anything from Paimon. On to the next stop. Lead the way, traveler. Paimon will be right behind you.
Request location currently involved. What? That went too. Now I'm just gotta do something. Another one we need to complete? Well, we have time, if that's the case. It's my fault. I thought it was just that one. I really should have just gone through all of them. I had plenty of time. Most of them don't tend to be that long. Which quest is that? None of those are this. Huh? First. Oh, is it this? Yeah, it is. This is. I think this is an event story, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. That's this, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay, that's interesting. So it's not a case of I missed something. It's literally one of the event stories you have to do before continuing. All right. I wasn't sure I was going to do this on stream because I wasn't sure how long this one's going to take. But yeah, because even though it's only an hour in, we're actually an hour and a half in because that's an issues with stream. And really annoyed because I'm supposed to have that. I might need to check because it's supposed to have like this feature in that if the stream dies or goes for like a few seconds, it keeps it intact. So I don't. So to make the VOD easier, but lately it just cuts out altogether, which is really annoying. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure I should have that set, but I'll have to have a look. That's time. Okay, that's cool then. Because that must have been annoying for anyone who started this, because this started like last week. I mean, you could have continued until this event, because this event thing just started 2 days ago. Oh, there you go. So we'll see what this is about, man. Long time no see.
Ah, it's you two. Yes, it has been a while.
It's been a while.
We heard the Yashiro Commission is holding a test of courage, so we came right over to sign ourselves up.
I was worth to shift gears to this, though.
We didn't expect to see you here in person, though. Does that mean this event is really important?
You think I only make an appearance for occasions that are deemed sufficiently important? It just so happens that this Test of Courage event was actually my suggestion. But, naturally, I've left the planning and more trifling details to be arranged by my retainers. Considering that such events are quite popular across Japan, I've had numerous examples to draw from, so everything should be in good order. I'm merely here to do a routine check on the progress of the event, that's all.
Oh, Paimon gets it! So what you're saying is you're not very busy right now. In that case, maybe you can give us a quick rundown of the event rules.
Only Paimon could be so natural at ordering others around. However, the possibility remains that we may yet require your assistance.
Ooh.
Sorry. What did you say?
He needs our assistance.
Nothing. Seeing as I apparently have some time, I suppose we may chat about the event for a moment.
Yippee!
Yippee!
As its name implies, the event is a game designed to put one's courage to the test. The venue for the event will be set up in the Chinju Forest. Before the start of each round, participants will be divided into teams of 2. Once teams have been formed, the event staff will announce the name of an item that has been placed in or around the Chinju Forest area.
Ooh.
The first person to locate the specified item will be declared the winner of that round.
The winner of that round? Huh. So there's gonna be multiple rounds to the Test of Courage?
Precisely. There will be a total of 3 rounds in the Test of Courage because the event was actually orchestrated by 3 different parties.
take a shot for every time they say the test of courage, because they are saying that a lot now.
Merchants raised event funding, the Kamisato clan provided the grounds, and the Grand Narukami Shrine provided consulting services. As such, each of these three parties have selected one item for participants to find, so, naturally, the event will require 3 rounds to determine the winners.
Ah, Paimon gets it! So basically, it boils down to searching for stuff in Chinju Forest. We'll need to find 1 item each round for a total of 3 items after 3 rounds. Huh. Simple enough for Paimon.
Yes, seems you've got the gist of it. We will be issuing different rewards based on the number of rounds won. So, if a participant wins multiple rounds, then that will also be reflected in their final reward.
Ooh.
If a participant manages to find all 3 items, then they shall receive the grand prize provided by the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Ooh, a grand prize? Sounds like it could be really valuable.
As for its true value, I'm afraid you'll have to win the event first and ask Lady Gucci yourself.
Yes, Lady Gucci, the character that I can't say her real name properly. I always go with Lady Gucci because it's just so easier to say, weirdly enough, at least for me.
Of course, this event is intended to measure your courage. If you withdraw from the event because you become too frightened, then you might as well forget about seeing any rewards. I'm curious myself how many people will be brave enough to make it to the end. It'll be most disappointing if nobody claims the prizes we've prepared.
Don't worry, those prizes are as good as ours! Even though just the thought of this event sends shivers down Paimon's little spine. The Traveler will be brave enough, no doubt about that.
It's like my little spine. I don't know why I made me laugh. That's right.
I appreciate your enthusiasm. I look forward to seeing how you perform. Anyway, I think I've given you sufficient details. I'll add your names to the list of participants momentarily. As for the 3 items you'll be searching for, please wait for a staff member to inform you at the start of the event. Oh, and a friendly word of advice. Test of Courage events tend to give rise to a variety of strange rumors and stories. So please, be sure to exercise caution.
Alrighty.
What did he mean by that? Oh, will there be spooky things in Chinju Forest?
It's gonna... It's possible.
Ah! Oh, now even you're trying to scare Paimon! Anyway, we got an event to win. Grand prize, here we come!
Of course we're gonna win the grand prize, because we're awesome. Let's just double make sure, because I don't want to be like last week and assume that this was what we need to do to continue, and it actually wasn't. Now she wants to come back in. We're back to yesterday. You decide if you want to stay in or out. Let's just doubly make sure, because once again I feel my energy depleting again. Oh, I'll see how it go. Might go and see how it feel in the next like half an hour or so. Like although it says an hour, I initially had to stop the issue with streaming, did the usual thing. So according to OBS, it's nearly 2 hours. Oh, let's just double check on that. Yeah, the test of courage. Okay. Now, this thing doesn't. Well, it's here for 16 weeks. Means this thing's probably fairly short. Oh, we're gonna bump into someone as we leave. Ah, it's Ito. Ito, no, Ito. How are you gonna pronounce him?
Hold it right there. Oh, well, if it isn't my compadres. Didn't expect to see you here.
Huh? Paimon knows that voice. It's Ito!
Ito.
What are you doing here?
That's it.
Oh, wait, don't tell Paimon you're here for the test of courage.
I mean, I'm not really surprised.
What else? I'm sorry, but those prizes already belong to yours truly. Arataki ain't scared of nothing, Ito. I mean, well, that's what I really want to say. But I have actually got something else going on.
Oh? What's that?
It's a long story. As soon as I heard about the test of courage, I got the gang together and was ready to bring everyone for the time of their lives.
But
It turns out the other members weren't as pumped about the event as me. Shinju Forest? We've already been there 1,000,000 times. There's nothing scary about that place. That event's just a game for kids. What a waste of time. Let's play some genius invocation TCG.
that's a clever way of, hey, we've got this other new card game we just put in the game
Seriously? Test of courage? Ugh, whatever. I guess if that's what the boss wants. Can you believe that? What a group of deadbeats. I'm not gonna put up with that. Nuh-uh, not in my gang.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. Dragging the gang to an event they don't want to go to won't be the best for your reputation as a leader.
Hey, this isn't about me. As leader of the Arataki gang, it's my duty to find new and tantalizing experiences for everyone. A happy gang means a happy life. Even if they can't get it through their stubborn heads now, one way or another, I'll show them how much fun a test of courage can be.
Wow, Ito.
Anyway, I'm no stranger to Shinju Forest. Sure, it was a little terrifying going through there, but hey, I'm used to it now. Seriously, what kind of scary pranks could those guys in the Yashiro Commission ever come up with? If they can't scare anyone, then it's not going to be a test of courage, now is it?
What if they throw beans at ya?
Not to mention, if the gang starts complaining, I won't ever be able to show my face around here.
And after all that talk, it still boils down to you.
Well, leading a gang can be complicated. You don't understand. Anywho, I've got a plan.
He's the man with a plan.
Since there's no way I can trust the Yashiro Commission to make a fun event, I've decided to step in and spice things up a little.
Wait, you don't seriously mean that?
Oh, you bet I do. Yours truly is gonna be out scaring people. I'm taking this event to a whole nother level. But it's gonna take more than an Oni to make it happen. So I came here to recruit some help. And then I saw you come walking along. Come on, come scare people with me, please.
We're actually taking part in the event.
No way!
Pretty please?
Neither of us are scary enough.
Forget it!
Pretty please?
Oh, I love Ito.
Fine. But don't forget, we're here to win the test of courage and take home the grand prize. We'll help you out, just don't get in the way of our prize.
Yes! You're a real Oni saver. Hey, don't worry, with me around, winning the test of courage will be a piece of cake. All right, those participants won't scare themselves. Let's get out there.
What a noisy guy. But after hearing him laugh and talk, Paimon doesn't feel scared anymore. Huh. Maybe laughter is the key to making fear go away. If things get scary later, we can all start laughing at the top of our lungs.
Okay.
Hey, Traveler, Paimon, enough chit-chat. We're gonna miss the event.
Coming!
It's interesting why they put the rest of the story behind an event. I guess it's to get people to play said event. It's not a big deal. The story event stuff they do is always a lot of fun. And well, this dude. I mean, this is the. I know there's like the other character hanging out things of him. Which I haven't done. I've only not on stream, but I've only done. Where's my brain gone? Barbara's. Hello, fellow. Beep. Hello there. How are you? Hello, little Tanuki. Goodbye, Tanuki. I'm going to the test of courage. May I visit I don't even know how you do that in this game. And anyway, there's not much to see in my teapot because I don't really do much. I haven't done much in it as far as like I know people get really into those like customizing the living spaces in games, but I've barely done anything in it.
Is it just Paimon, or does it look a lot scarier than usual here?
Hey, Paimon!
No! That actually fucking scared me. God damn it. Oh, okay. Fair enough, that's fine. How do you let people visit your teapots? Because like I said, I've never done that before.
Don't sneak up on Paimon like that! What do you want?
Nah, nothing. I just had a thought occur to me. I want to scare the gang members real good, but now that I think about it, I've never actually scared anyone before.
Ah.
You're only now realizing this?
Practice? Oh, now there's an idea. Hey, I've got it. Why don't you join the test of courage like everyone else, and I'll go hide and try to scare you from time to time.
Maybe that is the way
then you two can judge my scaring skills. All right, that's the plan. Let me go get ready. Just wait. You'll see how scary this Oni can be.
And there he goes, running off and still talking to himself. Well, we were here to join the event anyway. Guess we'll just have to pass Ito's little test along with whatever else the event throws at us. Oh, seems one of the event staff is over there. Let's go talk to her.
Well, considering we already started this event, I will have to probably, depending on how long this takes, probably leave it into after stream, if that's okay with you. See how long this takes, as... Oh, maybe... Okay, no, never mind, we can probably do it. I think the only way to do it is actually... Because I've never done it before myself, because I've already used it before. I think... You fight someone by... Let's see. Here?
This realm is truly beginning to thrive. I cannot help but be
no. Oh, maybe...
I do in fact have an Adeptus name. There was once ping in our... That is why...
There's one. Do this. No, it wouldn't be in that. Invite someone into your world, though. There's nothing in that. Oh, you mean in...
This realm is true.
I don't see anything that indicates that. Just for making stuff.
If you ever have any questions...
Maybe this compartmentary again. No, it's just that. But we need to get into each other's teapots, that's the thing. I don't know how. Oh, okay. Let me add this thing. Plus, I've never done this before. I think it's in here, isn't it? Well, my ID's there, below my name. Maybe it might be easier for you to do it, because I know I've done this sort of thing before. Oh, there it is. I gotta select it. There we go, that should work. Just right. And then that's that. Now I need to figure out to invite. Oh, it will be that one, Cole. Right? No. If you come out of... Oh, may have come out. Yeah. Ah, there we go. Oh, there we go. Right, now let's try getting to the teapot. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to click on it or do you just... No, okay, that's not how that works. So if anyone tries to enter, you need to leave.
The wind rises.
Behold!
Yeah, so that's not how that works. Very strange. There must be a way of making someone... I don't know, like I said, this I've never done this before. I have no idea how this is supposed to even work.
Relax.
way of doing it in the teapot. That's the only way you could be able to do it, but yeah, can't do that. If it does that.
The wind rises.
You can try and enter it and see what happens. Let's give it a shot and see what happens. No. Alright. What the hell? What's supposed to, if the whole point of this task is to get people to enter your teapot, how the hell it sent me? Okay. There must be something in here that allows you to send in a player. Oh, this is just the. I'm going to talk to the. Do you have some?
This realm is true.
Or is it something I have to craft in order to let people in? That might be it. Something like that. Because you can craft like things like waypoints, so it must be something that acts as a teleporter or something that teleports people in. Let's see, these are just all trees. Yeah, it's not gonna be that. Maybe some sort of furniture? Or yeah, because you've got these to teleport people. Wait, hang on, maybe it's this. That's just a challenge thing, that's not there where it created it for some reason, so it's not that either. Furniture, I don't anything here would indicate I would do something like that. Unless yeah. Unless
if you ever have
notice there's a system in here you can add the NPC counts. Maybe there's something here? No. No. Oh, no either. That's just animals. How does this work? Going here. You got to okay. Let's go out here then. Oh dear!
Squall Fury!
Let's get the crap out. I'm getting jump scared all of a sudden again. There we go. Finally got it there. To plant in the moment, or work fine. said where. Oh, I went to that. Okay, went to that teapot. Okay. Oh, that's why is the Scarecrow? Thank you for the follow. See if you can buy for my teapot. Yeah, I guess. I guess I gotta leave mine first, obviously. Need to wait 12 hours. Oh. I guess I have to wait then. £12, that's a long time to wait. When's this shit count? This one? No, it's chat thing. Ah. Oh, this is lovely. Ah, there's the teapot. No, wait, it's the other teapot down there.
There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy...
To occupy space, yes. Oh, this, I see this is the beach level. Ah, yeah, no, it says even here you can be only exchanged for after 12 hours. Yeah, it says the same here on mine. That's a bother. Yeah, it says the same. All right, I'll have to leave it for another time then. So it's the same thing. 12 hours wait. I wonder why that is though. Seems kind of annoying. If you ask me to wait 12 hours for that. Someone wants to be loud. No problem, I don't mind helping people out. This wasn't that big of a deal. I think it was just. Guess we'll head. How do I leave? Do I just get. How do I leave? Oh, I'll probably leave the cult thing, wouldn't I? Nope, damn it, I didn't mean to click that. There we go. Oh, about 2 hours already. Because as I said before, although this isn't about an hour and a half, I had issues where the stream wasn't working, so I had to stop and start to get it working. So I've actually been streaming for almost 2 hours, but I think I got into me to do a bit more of the Test of Courage event.
Aha! You must be here to participate in the Test of Courage.
Yep, that's right. Judging from your outfit, you must be one of the Shrine Maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine.
You don't say. Does her Shrine Maiden outfit give it would be most obvious hint?
That's right. Huh. I can already see a dark aura surrounding the two of you. Yes, truly ominous. If you carelessly go running into the event, all it'll take is one little misstep, and the darkness will swallow you up.
Whoa, what's with the sinister laugh? Is she really a Shrine Maiden?
Sure you don't want to back out? This is your last chance. I'll count it down. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Test of Courage. Enter at your own risk.
That was the first test.
Sure, you could say that. You know, the most unfortunate tales always happen unexpectedly on just a normal, average day. Just like today. But no need to worry. Allay your qualms and suspicions. Everything was already set into motion the moment you two stepped into this place. Just enjoy the calm before the storm. The first round is about to begin. Have you already decided on your partner?
Well, there's two of us, so it's obviously the little floating girl next to me.
Ah, you finally said something that Paimon can understand. Yep, the two of us will be partners. We always make the best team.
Indeed.
But it appears your names were written together as a single participant, the Traveler and Paimon. Which means you'll have to find yourselves another partner in order to join the event.
Ah.
Wait, are you serious?
She seems very serious.
Ugh, if only Ito hadn't gone running off on his own, we could have had a partner. Now what should we do?
As far as I know, there have been other participants who've yet to designate a partner. You could go ask around.
Dog Boy! Or it's showing who we can
Just
choose.
Be sure to make it quick. If you don't have a partner by the time the event starts, then you'll be immediately disqualified.
Uh-oh, we can't let that happen. Let's go see if we can find anyone to partner up with nearby.
Oh god. Where was he? Ah, he was over there. Let's go with Dog Boy. Let's go Goro.
Goro!
Oh, Traveler, Paimon. I didn't expect to run into you here.
We're here for the Test of Courage. How about you?
Well, I was originally headed to Yai Publishing House to hand in the responses for this month's issue of That's Life. But I had no idea that crafty fox would be there. She brought up the Test of Courage event and suggested I give it a try. I wasn't interested, but she said, "The mighty general of Watatsumi Island isn't afraid of anything, is he?" And before I knew it, I found myself caught in her persuasive mind games. I immediately regretted it the moment I arrived here. There could be traps everywhere.
Oh, this event's sounding more and more dangerous.
My instinct tells me that the forest is chock full of ambushes. One misstep, and it'll be over. Perhaps that, crafty fox is hiding somewhere in the dark, waiting for another opportunity to tease me. Who knows? She might even use a camera and send embarrassing photos back to Watatsumi Island.
Alright.
Her Excellency once said, when you march into an ambush, escape the enemy vanguard. When escape is impossible, then seek ample reinforcements. Now that you're here, maybe we can turn the tables. Could I ask you two to partner up with me?
Want to partner up? Yeah, let's partner up.
Great!
What's up, little
This will
dog
be your
boy
chance
out?
to fight side by side once again. With you around, there's nothing to fear. That crafty fox's games are over.
Ah, let's get this party started.
Ah, it looks like you found yourself a partner. The event is just about to start. I will now reveal the item you'll be looking for in the first round. It's called Dongo Milk. Ooh.
Doesn't sound very spooky.
Dongo milk?
Correct. Tomoki was kind enough to provide us with his Dongo Milk, and it has been hidden somewhere in the Chinju forest. The path will be marked with signs to guide you, but some strange and unusual things may occur along the way. If you ever feel you can't handle it, you may withdraw from the event at any time. Now, if you're ready, then you may begin.
We don't want anyone to beat us to it. Let's go!
Let's find that milk. Should be too hard to find some bloody milk. Oh yeah, they're right, there is signs. We'll just follow it out.
There's something off about this place. This unsettling feeling reminds me of a strange story I heard among the troops.
A strange story? Is it scary?
Most
According
likely.
to the story, there was an army that was marching through a deserted forest when they discovered a stockpile of delicious food. The troops were short on provisions, so they came to a halt and began to eat heartily. Before long, they suddenly noticed several pairs of blood-red eyes staring at them.
Paimon's heard enough. What a scary story.
Several arrows pointing in different directions. Let's go this way.
And just as I predicted, they're coming right our way. It's time, Ushi. Let's give him a scare.
A surprise attack! I can't see anything! It's an ambush! Everyone, fall back!
Wait for Paimon!
No, we're falling back, we're moving forwards. That's it.
There may be ambushes waiting in the forest. Let's stick to the road signs.
Alright, well the arrows stop here either way. Oh no, they don't. Oh, maybe. Oh, no, we found it.
That's the scent of Dongo milk! We found it!
I misheard him. I thought he said doggo milk instead of dog milk.
Oh, it really is Dongo milk. A lot of it, too. And look, there's a scarecrow here. Now, who could have knocked it over? Whoa! It's standing up! Ghost! It's a ghost! Traveler! Save Paimon!
It's only a
Huh? Really? Whew. That almost scared Paimon's socks right off.
I thought it was shoes, but whatever.
Looks like we managed to be the first ones here. With so much Dongo milk, it wouldn't hurt if we drank a couple of bottles, right?
Is that permitted?
Everyone knows that Dongo milk spoils quickly if it's left out. Besides, we should try some.
Drank some of the Dongo milk we've got, right?
That's delicious! I'd like to buy some to bring back to Watatsumi Island. I bet the troops would be happy to have such a good-tasting drink. It is unfortunate that it spoils easily.
Is it the Riding Shogun behind us? It is!
Let's split the remaining bottles and start heading back. Ready?
I think I saw someone I know just now.
Oh, was it one of your friends? Do you need to go talk to them? In that case, I don't want to get in your way. I'll take back the remaining dongo milk. Maybe I'll run into you in the next Test of Courage round.
Maybe. Maybe she wants to take part in the Test of Courage? Or did she get persuaded by,
Whoa! It's really you! What are you doing here?
Oh, hello. Miko told me about the Test of Courage event taking place here. I thought I would come and have a look.
Ah, so that's why you're here! So what do you think of the Test of Courage? Are you having fun?
It's more or less the same as I remember before. I wasn't scared by anything, but on the contrary, some of the event participants were horrified the moment they saw me.
Oh, that Miko! Did she send A here to scare people on purpose?
Seems that way.
If that's the case, it feels like A isn't really experiencing the event like everyone else. Oh, Paimon has an idea. We'll give you a bottle of the dongo milk we just found. That would make you a winner in this round, too.
Ah, yes. Isn't that the dessert drink we had the last time we met? Sure, I'll take one. Actually, I've sensed a familiar feeling ever since I arrived here. It's brought some old memories to mind.
Huh? A familiar feeling?
Have you been down to the beach by any chance?
Yes, we have.
I was just strolling nearby when I noticed a space at the beach with a familiar game set up on it.
Ooh, what game?
I took a brief look, and it appeared to be a game where you control flippers hovering in the air to strike a ball and hit some positioned elemental cubes. I saw the game was called Akitsu Yugen. I'm guessing it originated from Akitsu Hazura. The thought of that game caused me to recall some things from the past.
Akitsu Hazura? What's that?
It's a game where you use Hagoita to hit a ball towards a set target. It was once quite popular during festivals. Makoto also enjoyed playing Akitsu Hazura when she was alive. Yakiako was still around at that time, and nights in Inazuma were much more lively than they are now. The yokai would hold festivals from time to time, gathering to drink, laugh, and play music.
Oh, does that mean you can eat the delicious festival food whenever you liked?
Paimon and her food.
Yes. The yokai called their celebration the Mikowa Flower Festival.
Oh.
Makoto and I attended it once. She found it particularly fascinating. Well, sadly, the past has all but vanished. But seeing a game like that again does make me feel happy.
Sounds like it could be fun! Paimon would like to play!
If you're interested, you can go to the beach and give it a try. It was still being set up when I was there earlier, but I assume it should be ready soon.
Yay!
I shall return to Tenshukaku. Miko told me that the Test of Courage consists of 3 rounds, so please, keep up the effort and give it your best until the end. Considering you two, I think you should have no problem making it to the end.
Oh, of course!
I know you can do it. Good luck.
Paimon doesn't remember hearing anything about a game on the beach from Ayato. You think that activity is also planned by the Ashiro Commission? Oh, the more Paimon thinks about it, the scarier it feels. Oh, this whole Test of Courage thing is keeping Paimon on edge. Anyway, the first round of the event should be finished by now, so let's head back.
I can't go to the beach. Why don't I go to the beach? I want to see what this game is. It piqued my interest. Was it not ready yet? Oh, there's a little box in there. Oh, nice. The answer is yes, it's not. That's a shame. He's getting back up there. Yeah. We're just walking. If we go faster, I'll be further away from it. Guy, back up the top. So I wonder what the next prize is going to be though. More food, probably. Oh, there's Zeta.
Woo! So, what'd you think? Do I know how to scare people or what?
Yeah.
Oh, what Paimon think?
Okay, I give it a 7.5.
Paimon was hiding behind you the entire time, so Paimon didn't really notice Ito scaring us at all. Paimon will leave this one to the Traveler. So, was Ito scary or not?
He was really scary. You're less scared.
Wait, what? No way! Listen, every time I made my move, I scared the living daylights out of everyone. Even I had no idea I possessed such talent. But this is just what I needed to hear. Now I'll show them. The gang will know just how terrifying their leader can be. Anyway, I've already figured out which path they'll be taking, so let's wait nearby and scare the pants off them. Now things are getting interesting. You ready? We've got people to scare.
Alright then. Going back to there goes the Malcolm one already. So we're doing a bit of scaring and taking part in the challenge. Alright then. Let's see how the scaring happens.
Shh, I think we're getting close. Come on, come on, come on. We can't let them see us.
Oh, here they come. So, how are you going to scare them, Ito?
Easy peasy. We'll wait for them to get real close, and then we'll jump out and shout together. They won't know what hit them.
Huh? What are we, a bunch of kids now?
I doubt this will work.
Hey, don't underestimate me. It may sound simple, but I know exactly what'll scare them.
What? Flashing them?
The gang's probably moping along on their way back, saying things like, "This is boring," and "Let's go home." But it's dark and their guard is down. Now's our chance. Having the three of us suddenly come flying out of the bushes is gonna scare them real good.
Why do I feel like someone's gonna come up behind Ito and scare him instead?
Before they come to their senses, we'll already be halfway to our next ambush spot.
Guess it might work.
Shh, you hear that? Someone's coming. It must be them. All right, I'll count us in. Ready? We jump on 0. 3, 2, 1.
That's 1, not 0. That's little kids.
Wait, you're not...
There!
Wearing masks. Cool ones at that.
Ghosts!
Why'd you say that?
Ghosts!
Wait, hold on a second.
Did you see that? They were definitely not human!
They're wearing masks.
So all the strange rumors about the test of courage are true. Oh, what should we do? Do you think the ghosts are coming after us?
Oh, Paimon. I didn't expect you to be such a baby.
You're the one who ran with us, screaming ghost.
Hey, you're one to talk. You were the first to start running. Don't make fun of Paimon.
Well, you shouted ghosts, so my instinct to escort you two to safety kicked in.
Sure it did.
After all, real ghosts are terrifying. My skills are completely useless against them.
So why did you stop running?
Oh, because I just realized that they were also running from us. Which means they were afraid of us too. And if that's the case, then there shouldn't be anything to worry about.
That means they weren't ghosts.
Now that I've calmed down, I'm starting to wonder if they were actually ghosts. They might have been people dressed up as ghosts to scare us. Oh, definitely not. No, during the event, I took a little walk around the Chinju forest and saw all the gimmicks that the Yashiro Commission had set up. Those three weren't from the Yashiro Commission, but they did seem a little familiar. Come on, let's go back there and take a look.
Huh? Now you want to go back? But there's still a chance that they were real spirits, right? If we go back now, they might try to eat us.
I don't think that's what ghosts do.
Oh, it's all right, Paimon. If you're scared, you can stay here. Traveler and I will go investigate.
Really? Oh, that'd be great.
Would it be more dangerous to stay here alone?
Oh, right! The last mystery novel Paimon bought from Yai Publishing House had a plot just like that.
It's basically the plot of most horror movies. When you split up, the monster picks you off one by one when you're alone.
During the investigation, whoever said I'm not going would always be the next victim. So, I'd second that. Paimon's going with you. Don't you ever leave Paimon behind! Ever!
Or do you want to go out my room? You want to go out of the room? Actually, I need to pee. So I'll be back in a moment. who needs that pee break? Alright, let's resume.
It looked like they were running that way, but it's hard to say exactly where they went, so let's split up.
But then you'll be all alone, which according to the mystery novels is super dangerous!
Don't worry about me. Once my rear's in gear, I'm not afraid of nothing.
Paimon has a bad feeling about this.
They scared you that bad, huh? Huh. Looks like they really do have a knack for spooking people. This time, I'll capture him and learn their art for scaring people. Anyway, I'll catch you around.
And there he goes, running off and talking to himself. Again. Do we really have to go?
We better go have a look.
Oh, fine. Let's go take a look then. But the second we see anything scary, we make a run for it. Got it?
It was just literally children wearing key masks.
Well, we've already walked all the way here. Wonder where those three went. Paimon didn't see them anywhere. Oh, maybe Ito was right. Maybe they've been hiding. Huh. Seems like they're not scary after all.
Sounds like you came to your senses.
Hey! Listen up, you three little wimps! Paimon can already see you guys, so just come out and show yourselves!
It's really funny if she just swore and said it, come, you little shits instead of little wimps. Uh-oh. That's not good.
There's someone actually here! Paimon's scared again!
It's just gonna be a few more days. Just
That doesn't sound good.
Don't do it, Chizuru. You can't give in to your desires. Others will suffer for it. You mustn't make the same mistake. Just hold on a little longer. You've already come all this way, right?
How about we back away slowly?
Excuse us. Did you happen to see three rascals pass by here? Let Paimon tell you what they look like.
Or does it look like she's...
Are you talking to me?
Yes?
To someone like me?
Oh! She's got a flower in her eye.
You have no business coming here. You shouldn't be anywhere near me. If you value your lives, you must leave immediately. Otherwise, your souls will be trapped here forever. I won't warn you again. Now, away with you! Be gone!
An actual ghost.
Wake up. Hey, Traveler.
Okay.
Wake up.
Wake the fuck up, Traveler.
Thank goodness you're okay. Before we get to that, I think someone needs your attention first.
Please don't eat Paimon. Paimon doesn't taste very good. Please avenge Paimon.
Wake up, Paimon.
Are you here to rescue Paimon?
Well, I definitely confirmed that she sleeps floating.
Oh, and Hazel's here too. What happened to that scary person just now? Did you manage to defeat her?
A scary person?
Was a person wearing a weird outfit.
Okay, I see. I only found the two of you passed out here when I arrived. There was no one else around. What happened? Tell me all the details.
So here's what I think that just happened.
As I suspected, there appears to be something more behind this test of courage event. But let's get back to your original question.
I haven't told you the reason I'm here. The truth is, I was commissioned to come here for an investigation.
You were commissioned?
My wind voice. Yeah,
That's right.
I think I have him as well.
Some time ago, a peculiar game was discovered on the beach.
A peculiar game on the beach? Oh, could it be the Akitsu Yugen game that A mentioned?
Ah, so you've heard of it. The game quietly appeared some time ago and has since attracted some players. Apparently, it's very interesting.
How?
There was no one on the beach other than visitors and tourists when the game appeared. Imagine it like this. A stall suddenly appears on the street with no owner. And stranger yet, it could operate normally without anyone supervising it. People at the beach can start the game simply by talking to the bulletin board.
Could it be run by ghosts?
Some tourists started to say that, and the rumor began to spread, until it became a full-blown ghost story. The further that story spread, the more plausible it seemed, causing people to be unwilling to go anywhere near the beach. The Tenryo Commission wanted to close the beach in order to investigate the situation and dispel the rumors, but before they could do anything, the Yashiro Commission organized the Test of Courage event here. People that were initially scared by the rumors began to believe that the beach game was actually a preview event planned by the Yashiro Commission for the Test of Courage, so visitors have gradually returned again. But I'm quite positive that the game never had anything to do with the Yashiro Commission.
Wait, so the Yashiro Commission were fully aware of all the spooky stuff going on, but they still decided to hold their event here? But Ayato must be one of the smartest guys we know! What the heck was he thinking?
Who knows? But I'd rather trust tangible evidence than speculate on his thoughts. As for my commission, apparently someone reported that they found themselves trapped for hours on the beach while playing the game. According to his own account, he kept returning to the same location no matter which way he went, and even though his friends were nearby, they couldn't see him.
Ooh, more spooky.
That sounds so scary!
Even though it was obvious that he wasn't telling me the whole story, the testimonies of his friends did validate that what he said actually occurred. On top of that, it was also this very incident that led to all the ghost rumors. No one dared to go near the beach until the Yashiro Commission announced the Test of Courage. Who set up the game on the beach, and why did the Yashiro Commission help them cover it up? I need to uncover the truth, so I'm here to investigate. Anyway, don't mind me. Working together will only raise suspicion, so I'll undertake my own investigation for the time being. However, please proceed with caution. Based on my observations, most people are still unaware of anything happening here. Telling people that something's amiss might cause quite a stir.
Yeah, just sound like a mini game. Oh, you can continue that as well if I want to now, because I needed to do this to continue the rest of this story, but at time I don't know if I have time to do more of it. Should always continue a bit more of this then. What are you doing, let's see what's some event stuff we've got now. Oh, they didn't go event shop. Stuff, neat. Nope. Yeah, that's that. Right, I think actually, I actually start to feel a bit tired. Usually I finish around 3, but if I start feeling tired I need to probably properly end the stream. I think that would be a good point. And we'll continue doing the main Archon quest, because for some reason I needed to start this to continue, and that was which was pretty weird. I have no idea why, but oh wait, actually no, there's one more thing we should probably do before I then just realised something. Hang on, might as well try and pull for Scaramouche. He's one of those little characters in this. I not too bothered I don't get them, but it's always fun to at least try and pull for them. So let's see. Get him? No, we got her. I'm saving most of my wishes for when they finally put Dia in go ahead in this, but that seems to be quite a while. Okay, I'm not too bothered by that. Okay, now we'll switch. What's that? So actually, I just want to check. Do I actually have him? I'm pretty sure I do have him. Yeah, there he is, right there. I thought so. I think I was trying to pull someone else at the time and I got him, but I can't remember who it would have been. Yeah, well. Right now we'll switch back to this. So we'll probably continue the rest of the Archon story next week, because tomorrow, well, I am streaming tomorrow, probably finishing God of War Ragnarok, because definitely close to the end of that. Yeah, I can already feel my brain going. I don't know if we'll continue more of the event stuff. We'll see how we go after how much of the main Archon quest we end up finishing next week. But appreciate everyone who stopped by, and there we go, it's ready. Oh yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your day and evening. Like I said, when I start to feel like I could fall asleep, I usually finish a little early. Usually stream for about 3 hours, and it's, although like I said, it says an hour and 2 minutes, it's actually almost 3 hours, because I had issues with stream lagging, and I had to stop and start streaming to solve that problem. But yes, tomorrow Ragnarok, and then that'll be it for the week. The usual schedule is Wednesdays to Saturdays. Wednesday at the moment should be Crystal Protocol, and I don't know what the other week is, because depending if we finish God of War or not, I might have to put something else. But I usually decide the schedules on Monday. But I'm going to end it before I go around in circles.